Rajagacharya Stotra Sraneshim Maharashtra Prabhupada Ananda Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Namacharya Shlaridas Thakur Ki Prem se kaho Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Sudhi Prabhupada all glories to Sri Krishna, all glories, all Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Prabhupada Ki Jai. Third canto will read 10th canto. Gopi Gita, one verse. Today is Srila Prabhupada's disappearance day. In Tirubhav. So 10:31 9th verse. Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam. Kavi biriditam kalmashapaham. Shravanamangalam Srimadatam Bhuvi Grinanti Muridajana Bhuvi Grinanti Muridajana Tava katamritam tapta jivanam Kavi biriditam kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadatam Bhuvi Grinanti Ye Muridajana Kavibiriditam kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadatam Shravanamangalam Srimadatam Vigrantiye Buridajana Vigrantiye Buridajana Tava, yours, Kathamritam, the nectar of words, Tapta Jivanam, life for those aggrieved in the material world, Kavibhihi, by great thinkers, Iditam, described, Kalmashapaham, that which drives away sinful reactions, Shravanamangalam, gives spiritual benefit when heard. Srimat, filled with spiritual power. Atatam, broadcast all over the world. Bhuvi, in this material world. Rinanti, chant and spread. Ye, those who. Buridaha, most beneficent. Janaha, persons. Translation. The nectar of your words and the descriptions of your activities are the life and soul of those suffering in the material world. These narrations transmitted by learned sages eradicate one's sinful reactions and bestow good fortune upon whoever hears them. These narrations are broadcast all over the world and are filled with spiritual power. Certainly those who spread the message of Godhead are most munificent. Purport by his divine purport by disciple of Srila Prabhupada. King Prataparudra has recited this verse to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu during Lord Jagannath's Rath Yatra festival. While the Lord was resting in a garden, King Prataparudra humbly entered and began massaging his legs in the lotus feet. Then King recited the 31st chapter of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, the songs of gopis. The Chaitanya Charitamrita relates that when the Lord Chaitanya heard this verse beginning Tavakatamritam, immediately arose in ecstatic love and embraced King Prataparudra. The incident described in detail in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 14.4 to 18. And in his edition, Srila Prabhupada has given extensive commentary on it. Today is Srila Prabhupada's Tirobhav also. Srila Prabhupada is the epitome of this verse. When the essence of this verse, when when Saram Pratapruddha Maharaj sang this song, this Gopi Geet, especially this verse, Tavakatamritam tapta jivanam kavibireeditam kalmashapaham shravanam mangalam shrimatatam vigrinanti ye muridajana. My Lord, Tavakatamritam, your words and activities are a nectar, my Lord. And they are the life and soul for those people who are suffering in this world. Tapta Jivanam. And these narrations, they remove the sinful reactions. And Srimata Tatam, they bestow sinful reactions, they remove the sinful reactions and bestow good fortune. Wow. And these narrations are filled with spiritual power. That's why certainly those who spread this message are most munificent. Madanya, Mahavadanya. Vigranantiye Burida Jana. Burida, when Lord Chaitanya heard Pratapruddha Maharaj singing this, he got up and he embraced Burida. You are that person, munificent. You are singing and you are actually, you are giving that ecstasy, you are giving that happiness to me. You are that munificent personality. And he asked, who are you? The ultimate question. And he said, but Pratapruddha Maharaj was, actually when somebody puts you on the spot and asks you, whatever is there in your heart will come out. Usually we are trained to speak nice things, especially Indians. But because Pratapruddha Maharaj was very deeply rooted in this concept. There was no puzzle, there was no bewilderment on his face. Said, my Lord, I am servant of your servants. He didn't say, nothing. There was no confusion for him. Why? Everyone trained him to do this. But nobody trained him what to speak when Lord Chaitanya, no one has any idea what Lord Chaitanya would ask. Who are you? Because he was avoiding him for a long time. Pratapruddha Maharaj said, I am your servant of servant of servant. Tadvritya vritya paricharika vritya vritya vrityasya vrityatimam smarlokanath. So, I am your servant of servant. Srila Prabhupada, who is the epitome of this verse, the emblem of this verse, carrying the same mode. Srila Prabhupada, he broadcasted Krishna's message all over the world with the desire to deliver everyone. Amazing. How much pleased Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, was or is with Srila Prabhupada, who is the embodiment of this verse. Amazing. Premarasa niryasa korite aswadan ragamartha pratiloki korite pracharan. Lord Chaitanya came to experience that love of God, and he also is a Yugavatar, he spread that. But Lord Chaitanya said, my Senapati Bhakta will come and he'll spread this all over the world. Whenever devotees would ask Srila Prabhupada, why Srila Prabhupada, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu preached only India? Prabhupada would humbly say, Srila Prabhupada, he gave it to us. He gave it to me for that to do that, to fulfill his task, to finish his task of preaching all over the world. Most of the people would go to Vrindavan to die. Because if you die in Vrindavan, you'll go back to Godhead. It's very tempting. Because the metal, why we want to go back to the spiritual world? Everyone is scared of pain. Everyone is scared of pain. The pain is too much actually. But a person who is not scared of pain, who wants to take others' pain, who wants to take others' suffering on his body, because karma, someone has to suffer for that karma. Either you have to suffer or somebody to whom you're transferring the karma has to suffer. One time Jayadatta Maharaj said, everyone wants to be guru. Why it's not easy to become guru? Who will take karma? So much suffering. But Srila Prabhupada, wow. Ramanacharya, I think it is Mahapurna. He wanted to get that mantra. 18 times he went and fell at his feet. Please, 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 please. But Mahapurna was not giving it. Finally, he agreed to give it. But with the condition, you should not give it to anybody else. But then he came to know, I know anyone has been to that place. Mahapurna Swami is just walkable. If you climb the tower of the temple, you can see his home actually, that much close his home. Ramanacharya got that mantra and he climbed that Gopram, the tower of the temple, and he called everyone, hey, please come, please come, please come. Means the Guru has initiated you and he is doing the Guru Aparad immediately. Guru said, don't tell anybody, but what he is doing, he is telling everyone. And Mahapurna was disgusted. You'll go to hell. Guru Maharaj, no problem. Even if I go to hell, but because of me, so if all these people go back to Godhead, what's the problem? One person goes to hell. Wow. When Vasudeva Datta asked Lord Chaitanya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, my Lord, when I see these conditioned souls suffering in this material world, the pain is, I cannot take it, man. So I'll take their karma for all the living entities in the universe. What is the heights of compassion? All the qualities of a devotee is on one side. This compassion is another side. There's a book by Satsar Maharaj, Vaishnava Compassion. Our compassion is not for the soul, of course. That is highest, of course. But we also compassionate to the body and mind too. We give prasad, we give harinam. The real compassion should be for the soul also. In the families, we don't see that. Especially parental love for children. We don't see that. Most of the time it is a love for the body. No, they made gulab jamun for you, eat. So mother or father is telling, I'm this body, you're this body. Enjoy. Within brackets, and suffer. So who is the real father then? Srila Prabhupada. He has created a world. He has created a home where the whole world can live. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada was in ecstasy going village to village, town to town, telling you not the body but spirit soul. And the conviction with which he was preaching, amazing. I mean, literally like a British commander or an Indian mother. Prabhupada's Bengali mother. You see both in Srila Prabhupada's thing. Very aggressive sometimes. Prasanna Maharaj said, when you tell the name of scientist or Mayavadis or materialist, Prabhupada would become like an expansion of what is that? Follower of Balramji actually. I think. What do you think? What do you understand? What is your thinking? So Prabhupada maintained that tenacious behavior, I was thinking, without this rascal, you don't see any worse, most of the, of course, I cannot say most, but you see that rascal. One day, what he showed me this video actually in Australia. There were 600 people. Prabhupada read Sarvodhamma Parityajya. And with the same thing, Krishna is telling, you're all rascals, and Krishna is telling you surrender. And they were all laughing. What a power! Srimata Tatam. Shri. That's why, purity is the force, books are the basis, utility is the principle, time is the sense. And you put all the money in your banks. Indians, they don't even touch the previous money. Whatever the father, ancestor, whatever grandfather gave it to you, your father multiplies that money without touching the actual money. And father will give you grandfather's money, his money to you also without touching. You also have to, you have to work very hard and build millions and give it to children. Utility is what is that principle, essence, time is essence. Means it's as good as not there, Whether you put it in the bank or you put in the bury under the tree, doesn't matter. Srila Prabhupada utilized all his resources to the last drop in the service of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Amazing. Hare Krishna. This is a spontaneous class. I don't know. I have to give this class, but I know I love to do it anyway. Why? So first thing is we can see that purity is the force. What is that? Purity is the force. Books are the basis. Utility is the principle. Time is essence. Content the Milishmar Ashra Prabhupada. No. When were you Krishna conscious? One reporter asked us the same question. Prabhupada is Krishna conscious throughout his life. Prabhupada never broke regulative principles. Somebody told me, after Bhaktivinoda Thakur, I am the bona fide Grahastha, Prabhupada said. And what an empowerment Lord Chaitanya, what I gave. Most of the time when we see a success of the iceberg, we see only the peaks, but we don't see the hard work behind it. Actually, when you love to do something, you will do it anyway, whether you are a failure or success in that, because you love doing it. Very interesting point, actually. If you love to do something, you will do it anyway, whether you are a failure or success. We see that in Srila Prabhupada's thing. Throughout his life, Srila Prabhupada in India, he tried his best in failure. Just a couple of days, day for yesterday, I met one person. He said, do you know Acharya Prabhakar? I said, very well. He came to my home he said. He attended all the marriages. Oh, really? I said, that was the first disabled Srila Prabhupada had in India, Acharya Prabhakar. This person said, I saw Srila Prabhupada. I came to America in 1962. And one day I got a job in New York. He came to do masters. And he was working in New York City. And I saw Prabhupada. That day there were 70 Americans around him. He was talking in a mixed accent. Actually, Srila Prabhupada's life, we can understand so many things. How Krishna, first of all, his fearlessness. Second thing is a strong desire to give Krishna to others. Third thing, at the same time, he wanted to, undertake the Herculean task because his spiritual master told him to do it. I always felt many times, you're a failure for 30 years and, especially in a land where Vedic culture flourished. Now you want to train the foreign land where there is no idea about Vedic culture, no remnants of the Vedic culture. Prabhupada, only one line. As long as you keep on trying, there is no failure. I loved it. Success is in trying only. Where Krishna said, where did Krishna say, Karmanyavadhikaraste, you are right to perform duty. But of course, Phalena Parichay is there. If you are sincere, Krishna will give Phala. Second chapter Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, you should be so much attached to what is it, results and success and defeat. Your success is in trying only. पत्थर फेंकते रहना है. But you have to throw in such a way it will hit. So one has to be very driven to work for Krishna. Instead of thinking, whether I'll go back to Godhead or not, will this happen or not? Mam chaya avyavicharana bhakti yogena sevata sugunan samdhiti etana brahmam bhuyaya kalpate. Yes. Srila Prabhupada came to America. How many difficulties endured? But yes, he's under internal energy. That's why we feel them as difficulties. But he was always bubbling with enthusiasm. Srila Prabhupada was in Vamsi Gopal temple. Then eventually came to Damodar Radha temple. Then he didn't even have 25 cents, 25 pies to take a rickshaw from Mathura railway, from his place to Mathura train station. See, the founder Acharya would distribute on the Delhi streets for 5 pies, 4 pies, 3 pies back to Godhead magazines. But literally no success. Ah. Literally no success. Then he started writing books. So one day somebody said, no. Who will read these magazines, write books? We felt Krishna is telling. So for us to see Krishna's end in our life, it takes some time. I loved Charu Prabhu's statement actually. When you are successful, others learn from your success. But when you're a fail, you will learn from your failures. It's very, very nice point actually. It may apply to some, it may not apply to some. But Srila Prabhupada, just without being worried for success or failure, he wants to, Srimatatam broadcasting. He wanted to give Krishna to others. I asked my temple president in Brooklyn, Prabhuji, you are Srila Prabhupada disciple, speak about something. He said, I am personal servant of Srila Prabhupada. Wow. He said only one point. Krishna comes in one day Brahma in his own form. When Krishna comes later in Kali Yuga, Lord Chaitanya comes in his own form. After Lord Chaitanya comes, Srila Prabhupada comes to preach. I said, that's a great thing. I never heard this. Yes, he said, yes. And if you see really Srila Prabhupada, the purity is the force. Even if we are not pure, if we follow sincerely, purely, Srila Prabhupada is telling you are pleasing him. When Srila Prabhupada came to America, he had to sit on the steps of Sumati Maharaj, the founder Acharya ISKCON, International Society for Consciousness in future, had to sit on the steps of the office of Sumati Maharaj for 5 hours just to ask for a ticket. Before that, You are selling tea stall to tea stall to tea stall for 3 pies this Back to God magazine. You can go back to Godhead. Nobody was believing it. This world is filled with people of envy. Especially those people who have declared war, declared rebellion in Krishna, who want to enjoy independent of Krishna, who are addicted to enjoying matter, who are I cannot say disgusted, but who don't want even God in their lives. What to speak of? They don't want Krishna in their lives. But Srila Prabhupada, following the footsteps of Nityananda Prabhu, Maya Mrugam, Daiti Ipsit Manavadabat, De Mahapurush Sharanarvanam. So Srila Prabhupada, Lord Chaitanya was, came for this. He wanted to chase people. He wanted to run away behind people to give Krishna Prema. The people are going away from him, but Lord Chaitanya wanted to go behind him and give Krishna. That's Kali Yuga. So if somebody is a very genuine, bona fide preacher, strong desire for giving Krishna, Kali Yuga there is a lot of ground. Big sales pitch, sales ground. But somebody who is shirking, who is hesitant to preach. Preaching doesn't mean giving classes though. Preaching means give Krishna, give service, engage them in service. A person who is cooking is also preaching. Person distributing books is preaching. Person who is maintaining the temple clean is also preaching, because preachers, they preach and bring people when the temple is unclean. Who will? So that way Srila Prabhupada developed a system where the entire organization is geared up for preaching. And because he is a bhakt, he wanted to promote Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Gaudiya Vaishnavism means what? Devotees of the word Gaudiya Vaishnavas are devotees of Radharani, devotees of Krishna. They practice Vraja Prema, Vraja Bhakti, Raganuga Bhakti, Raganuga Sadhana. But if you are not there, then do Vaidhi Sadhana. Until you attain that. Haridas Thakur also, he joined the rounds on the last day. So Srila Prabhupada, a representative, import representative of this, Gaudiya Sampradaya, Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. He traveled 13 times all over the world. How many difficulties he endured? Hare Krishna. One day, one man released a dog and came to attack him. Srila Prabhupada ran away. That's when Srila Prabhupada wrote this article. Modern man, what is the disease of the modern man? No free time. Busy for what? Nobody knows. Busy for going to hell, that's it. Nothing else. Everyone said, I also studied so many years. So many years means so many years. I don't even use it. So Prabhupada says is education, there is something wrong. Education is making people terrorists and breaking marriages and making people atheistic. Education is making people thieves. What is the use of this education? Srila Prabhupada came to, let me finish step by step. Yeah. Srila Prabhupada, then, what is it? He fainted in Delhi streets while distributing. No problem for him. Then, in the nights, everyone is sleeping. Prabhupada would translate Srimad Bhagavatam. And in this type machine, tuck, 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 tuck. Not like today's class keyboards of the computers. Old computer, old type machines, typewriters. You have to. Then he had to find donors to print it. Anumad Prasad Bodhar is the one. Give money. Prabhupada was calculating, no money at all. And finally, Krishna arranged it. Sumati Maharaj agreed to print it. But time is already 70-year-old, 69. Then he came to Delhi and he had to sit on the steps of her office for 5 hours. Then he really went around asking people to give some money. He already took sannyas. Nobody was giving. Finally, at 40 rupees, went to Shantipur, prayed to Advaita Acharya's blessings, prayed to Nityananda Prabhu's blessings, prayed to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's blessings, because Shantipur, Lord Chaitanya would sit with Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya and discuss the preaching test strategies. And came to America with little cereal for 40 rupees. Oh, really Abhay is Abhay Charan. And he's telling Abhay Charanaranda Swami, Bhaktivedanta Swami. If you take shelter of Krishna, you can be fearless. Wow. But did Krishna make it easy for him? No. I did not make it easy. Sureshwar Prabhu says, why is founder Acharya? Swamiji, do we need to follow any rules? No. Just chant here and there. Did we need to give up anything? No. Prabhupada initiated them in, I think, May, June, somewhere, July, August, somewhere. I forgot. 3 months gap. September, October, November. 3 months. So, 11th month is November. 8th month is August is 7th month, up September. I think Prabhupada initiated them, around August, September time. 3 months they were continuing, they're all drug addicts and hippies. So they're breaking freely for regular principles. And as spiritual master, he was taking them. Wow. Finally, in November, they came. Sureshwar Prabhu says, Swamiji, is there anything we are chanting, but should we give up something? Are you sure? Are you ready? Yes, Prabhu. Then no meat eating. As of bombs were falling on their head, actually, including onion, garlic. No illicit sex. These are the pillars of America. No intoxication of them. Srila Prabhupada, what is that empowerment? Because of his presence, because of his illuminating of the heart, because his empowerment to illuminate the heart of his early disciples. Hariswar Prabhu says this. We are all good for nothing. We are all hippies. Like the Vanar Sena of Lord Ram. But Vanar Sena, at least they are capable. Of course, Lord Ram empowered them. Hanumanji was there. But here, we are good for nothing. 10th class. But Srila Prabhupada empowered them. And he made them ready. So much so that they were willing to preach the message of Lord Chaitanya. The message of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srila Prabhupada. Amazing. This Avalon ballroom dance, in what do you call, in Los Angeles. Srila Prabhupada, these singers were called to perform. Those days, the bands, they had only one mission: to promote illicit sex and drugs. Finally, this Avalon ballroom, that program, finally Srila Prabhupada came on a stage. I think only who are there experienced it. We have no idea. Srila Prabhupada infused. That's why Srimad Bhagavatam. These narrations are broadcast all over the world, are filled with spiritual power. Who were performing before Srila Prabhupada? These rock stars who are known for breaking the regular principles, who are bent on passing that culture to the audience and make them break regular principles. Srila Prabhupada came and he chanted, that little spark. He came down the stage, started singing Hare Krishna. The spiritual energy was immense in that room. Otherwise, how can hippies change? When Krishna wants to show, when Lord Chaitanya wants to reveal the power, that's how he would reveal. One day I was in Mayapur last year before. Actually, last year. I told Chandramal, Maharaj, what is this Kirtan Maharaj? Magnificent Maharaj. Chandramal Maharaj said, one Hare Krishna sincere devotee can inundate this whole world with Krishna consciousness. Actually, the Kirtan was amazing that day in Mayapur. That's the power. Where is it getting? Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada infused hippies in the Davalan ballroom, and that's it, they are all transformed. Srila Prabhupada came to Columbus and he did Kirtan. 2,000 people attended in Alfred Hitchcock Hall. Prabhupada did the same magic. If you like somebody, you'll give $50 donation. You don't want to change your base. A person is able to change your heart means he is empowered. Wow. Is empowered. To what extent? When Starbucks is so famous, Americans gave tea and coffee. When illicit sex is the foundational principles of America, these people gave up, these illicit sexual activities. Meat eating gone, and what is that? The meat is heavily subsidized to make, so that everyone would buy. Prabhupada declared war on materialism, war on Mayavadam, war on scientists. Yesterday I was listening. This person got Nobel Prize because he found the chemicals that led to the evolution process, the formation of the whole universe. Srila Prabhupada, because of his preaching, one day he was coming in, this person was traveling all over the world, he got Nobel Prize, means what? People would come and listen to your classes. Sarudhar Maharaj asked, okay, you're telling all these chemicals are the reason for the formation of the universe and the evolution. I'll give the same chemicals, can you make it? That person was shocked. I cannot do that. So Srila Prabhupada, what he did, he gave freedom to his followers to spread Krishna consciousness, and he empowered them, energized them. But he also spearheaded the planet 13 times, gave Krishna and Rama. In the nights he didn't sleep, he would translate books. Sometimes people would say 12 to 2. But one time, what's his name? Shamsundar Prabhu said, so we thought Prabhupada would be sleeping and we would talk. Suddenly Prabhupada said, no, that is wrong, not like that. He would respond, oh, Swami is not sleeping at all. What is that compassion? In the same room here, what's the name? Our Gopal Krishna Maharaj was telling, one person argued with Prabhupada heavily, back and forth, back and forth. But anyway, the argument ended when you get into argument, no party will surrender actually. Anyway, once the class was over, Srila Prabhupada told Gopal Krishna Maharaj, bring that guy tomorrow. It's my bad karma that, I had to go through this suffering. But I don't want him to lose Krishna consciousness. Wow, amazing. Srila Prabhupada wanted him to be Krishna conscious. Srila Prabhupada, when he got into Second Avenue, he would walk, Prabhupada studied the American mentality. Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? So Prabhupada would start asking, how are you? Immediately Americans would respond, what? How are you? You're asking a pure devotee, how are you? You're opening a bhakti account. Wow. That is the reason why Srila Prabhupada would ask, hey, how are you? I don't think he would say, hey, how are you, sir? How are you? So they would ask, wow. And Srila Prabhupada established Krishna consciousness, not with heavy preaching, prasad, and affection, and of course, little philosophy. So, what is that? 70-year-old man, he traveled 13 years, he traveled. Finally, actually, Bhakti Swami one time he spoke the entire pastime. One day he was in Rishikesh, Prabhupada was in Rishikesh. And Prabhupada told Bhakti Swami, pack everything, we'll go to Vrindavan. How to leave the world. We want to leave the world. Yeah, I can't digest anything. Little bit I eat and I flump. What is the use? Well, good. Bhakticharya Swami went and told Tamil Krishna. It was a very intense situation. Because they don't know anything about Prabhupada. Prabhupada's own would guide them. I can speak a lot, but so finally Prabhupada came to Vrindavan actually. And Prabhupada was not eating actually. Bhakt Sarudandra Maharaj came to see Prabhupada and Prabhupada said, what experience, you scientists, you want proof, right? What proof you want other than this? I've not been eating for a very long time, still I'm living. That is a proof I'm not the body but a spirit soul. But anyway, that the Kaviraj was working, Prabhupada felt little better. Prabhupada immediately planned his trip to London, to Gitanagari, then, the New York, Philadelphia, Gitanagari, he checked out his plan. And he came to London. They were all shocked. Prabhupada, he had a serious health issue. He had to wear glasses. He wouldn't see the light. They couldn't believe this is a person can aggressively, promote Krishna consciousness. Then when Prabhupada became sick and came back to Vrindavan, but of course, the devotees expected that he would come to again America, but Prabhupada never made it. So till the last minute, what is it for the last verse of Srila Prabhupada? Everything moving and non-moving is Krishna. Hare Krishna. That's it. Amazing. So actually it is said, Guru also trains the disciple how to leave the body. How to live in this world, Guru will train. And Guru will train his disciples with example by showing him as example. But Guru also will train the disciples how to leave the world also he will show by his example. Madhavendra Puri. He would, Madhavendra Puri in the last days, he became a leader. And Ishwarapuri would take care of him. But intense separation. He would sing this song, Aidina Dayardranada He Purnad Mudranada. Srila Prabhupada would sing Krishna Todiya Padapankaja Panjarantam. Kulshekar Allora, Mukunda Mala Stotra. Advaya Me Vishatamana Saraja Hamsa. Take me today, my Lord. Because at the time, Prana Prayana Samayeka Pavate Vitta. At the time of death, my voice will be filled with mucus and bile. My voice will be choked up because of this secretions, bile and mucus. That day I may not be able to remember. Now I am remembering you, please. Pick me up. So, yes, this day, Sri Prabhupada left the world. But Vaishnava Acharyas, devotees, appearance and disappearance, same. Who risen still? Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote. Who says Vaishnava die? They're in this, what is it? They're in the, let me read. Who reasons still? Who says Vaishnava's day? Who reasons? Yeah. He reasons still who tells that Vaishnavas die when thou art living still in sound. The Vaishnavas die to live, and living try to spread the holy name around. Srila Prabhupada, he lives forever by his divine instructions, and the follower lives with him. Amazing. So Srila Prabhupada said, how is that? Living still in the sound, as he himself said, I'll never die. I live forever in my books. So devotees, should know this. What is that? Guru has Vapu and Vani. Vapu means body, Vani means his instructions. Many disciples who longed for Srila Prabhupada's physical association, they had problems. But those people who understood Srila Prabhupada, the Guru Tattva, Vani, Srila Prabhupada, the one words is only his Vani. Can you believe? When Srila Prabhupada left, they're all 22-year-old, 22, 23, that's it. Maximum 28, 29. But they had to endure this separation, his absence, and take up Krishna consciousness and move forward. But those applied his instructions in toto, as it is, they became very successful. Those who could not apply, couldn't understand Guru Tattva, could not understand that Guru is not just his physical presence, but also his instructions, Vani, had spiritual difficulties. So we should also understand the same point, actually, Hare Krishna. So it's very important. Very more than, one time, I heard, what is that? When Guru is present, take him, his form and his instructions deep in the heart. When he's not there, he may plan it, but he may not be informing anyone else. Take those instructions out and apply. Very important. So that's what I want to speak today. Any question or comment? Otherwise, we'll end it.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, and with pranams. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Prabhuji, thank you so much for such a beautiful class on Srila Prabhupada and emphasizing on what Prabhupada said and how we should take the instructions of Guru. Prabhuji, my question is very immature, please forgive me. But a lot of people, when we preach to them, especially those who, not new people, but like a little exposure to Srila Prabhupada's YouTube videos and books, little exposure, they do not take how Srila Prabhupada fearlessly spoke. So they get offended. Prabhuji, as preachers, when we talk to them, how should we speak to them, Prabhuji?
Nice point, Amma. That's why what is that? Srila Prabhupada has a mood. He was there. He was present on the planet only for 12 years. He wanted to take this organization forward. He wanted to reach as many people as possible and stop them from going to hellish regions. And Prabhupada said this, I'm a 70-year-old man. I can speak like that, but you cannot speak like that. That's why his followers, their gurus, they're so humble, So they are very humble and actually, honestly speaking, what is that? Srila Prabhupada helplessness. It was his helplessness. Initially, he also misunderstood that. If he's a pure devotee, why he calls everyone rascal? I thought for years, it was a thorn in my consciousness. But then one day I asked one devotee, he said, Prabhupada, he told me, Prabhupada is from spiritual world, Amma. This world is what everyone is envious actually. In the prison was filled with envy. And Prabhupada wanted them to. Prabhupada wanted them to follow the process and they'll attain the ultimate perfection. So you have to two things. One is you have to see the context in which he is speaking. And the second thing is a 70-year-old man, his time is very less. It is his helplessness actually. When I want to join, my mother started scolding me left and right. Scolding me heavily. I never saw that. Why? Because, I'm slipping from her hands. I mean, just giving an example. But later when I understood it is with affection, she is trying to scold me like that. Then, then I understood her and I tried to convince her, and eventually, she also became a devotee. So, okay, coming back to the answer, we have to tell them his time. He was 70-year-old. His time on the planet was very less. He came with a pure message. He came from spiritual world. But he was actually helplessly. He was actually petitioning in his way. In his way, So sometimes mother gives. What is that? Heavy. Sometimes mothers, slap. Actually, in India, mother slap too. Mother slap, but his mother is the one who feeds. So, this is what we have to say. So, old man, his presence on the planet he knew very less. So he was trying to push in his way, the pure message. So we also need a little. If you understand from his side, then you will not. You will not. If you know his whole life, he's the one who was cooking, he was feeding. He was pot washing. So rather than just listening one lecture and a particular point, so if you read this whole thing, then you'll have an idea. That's what I can tell actually.
Thank you, Prabhuji. This was very, very nice and very touching when you said it was his helplessness. Very deep, Prabhuji. Thank you so, so much. Just praying to Srila Prabhupada to shower his mercy on today. Thank you.
Actually, let me tell you, it's not easy. Many people, what they do, that's the problem, so you see only one portion of it. And you conclude like that. That's violence. I definitely would have missed the boat. I was standing 16 rounds, but I didn't change. Wow, how can, if he's a pure devotee, why calls you don't rascal? Somehow I think, Krishna's grace, one devotee answered, and, but years later, I understood, wow, whole India is filled with Mayavadi. I was a big Mayavadi actually. It took time for me to understand so many years of chanting. So people who are complaining in America, Prabhupada is brainwashing, Prabhupada is brainwashing. Prabhupada took that literally. Yeah, your brain is a rut. There is so much of impurity. That's why you need, I need to wash your brain. Prabhupada would say that. Prabhupada is pure, Prabhupada process pure. If you follow sincerely, you'll go back to God. You'll attain the perfection of life in this life. But as Prabhupada said, I'm old man, I can speak like that. So that's why if you see the gurus today, they're so humble, they present very nicely. The results are there, amazing. And that's what I can speak of.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Anyone has any question or comment? Nothing is said. Thank you. Want to say anything? Anyone has any comment? I'm sorry if I've spoken anything wrong. Do forgive me. We actually Pushpanjali in the afternoon, also Pushpanjali in the evening. Please do come and to celebrate Srila Prabhupada's Tirabhavas. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Randara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada Tirabhavas ki jai. I'm ending nothing.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Devotees.